The weekend is here and rest is near. It's Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wale Scott. Welcome on the show. And we'll go straight to the phone lines. First of all, we're speaking to Seun Ajidagba first off, and then we'll come to the rest later. Now, the question is, should the NFF employ a foreign coach? Is that what we need right now, really? Should the NFF employ a foreign coach? We went to Garin, we are complaining. We came home to Ajidagba, we're complaining right now. He's been sacked as we speak. And now we are looking for a coach for the Super Eagles, in fact, all the teams. And the question is, are we looking for a foreign coach? Seun Ajidagba is on the phone with me today. Seun, welcome on the show.
Yeah, good morning, Wale Scott. It's a pleasure joining you on Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa.
Now, Seun, first of all, we complained about Garin. Then we came home, and it's Ajidagba. Now he has been sacked. We are complaining. Let's look towards what kind of coach we expect next. What do we expect our coach to have?
Wale, we have to be very specific. You know, there was a time that people used to say two heads are better than one. But my late dad made me understand that it's not two heads, but rather two good heads. So there's a difference between a foreign coach and a good coach. What are we looking for? Are we looking for a foreign coach, or we are looking for a good coach? And I think at this juncture, what we should be looking at is a good coach that can give us a pattern at all levels, from the under 15 to under 17 to under 20 to under 23, and then the national team. More like a playing pattern. And you will not only be the coach of Super Eagles, but you also to pretend over other national teams in ensuring that they play a particular pattern. Because the whole essence is to have these players graduate through the ranks. So they understand from the basics the pattern that they should play. Not like at under 17 you are playing 4-4-2. At under 20 you are playing 4-5-1. And then at the other 20 you are playing 4-3-3. Then in the national team you are playing 3-5-2. Let's have a playing pattern.
Now, Seun, on the show yesterday, I had a caller who said, I don't know, that he was the vice president, or he's the ex-president of the veteran footballers in Lagos. Ugochukwu, that's his name. He said as long as Amaju Pinnick and that crew are in the NFF board, nothing will work. That they must first of all go, then things can get better. Are they the problem?
They are part of the problem. Are you going to put the blame at my doorstep? Like they say, the buck stops at the table of the Amaju Pinnick-led board. He is the president of the federation, and they are the ones running football in Nigeria. So whatever happens, be good or bad, they have to take responsibility. And in Senate climbs, when things like this happen, which is a disaster, people just say they are going. They resign honorably. It happened to the Algerian FA president. They were on the verge of equaling the record of, I think it was I'm trying to remember, Italy. Italy was on 37 matches of beating run. They were on 35 before they lost out in the African Cup of Nations. They were the defending champion. They got bundled out to the group stage. As if that was not enough, they went to Limbe against Cameroon. They won the first leg, but eventually lost the second leg in a dramatic fashion. At least those ones, they still won one, Abi. Yeah. At the end of the day, what happened? He resigned. And that's how things are. So if you were to be in same climb or in a country where people have shame, they should have resigned by now. It's a monumental disaster. But again, in Nigeria, do we have shame? And people are complaining that we didn't qualify for the World Cup. If you are qualified for the World Cup, we will only be preparing the cracks. There are problems in the country. The country is bleeding. What is working in Nigeria for Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup?
But Seun, don't forget that the opium of the people, the only high that we get, the only happiness we get in Nigeria is sports. So if we don't qualify only adds to our pain.
I agree with you. Wale, you are a veteran journalist.
True.
When people go for competition, there are three categories I keep mentioning. There is the contenders, there is the outsiders, and there is the pretenders. Even when all of them have qualified for the same World Cup, we know those who are contenders for winning the 2022 World Cup. We know those who are outsiders, who can spring upsets. And then we know the pretenders, that they will just be there, occupy till I come. Where would Nigeria have been ranked if we had qualified for the World Cup? Were we contenders of winning the World Cup? Were we outsiders? We were going to be pretenders. So let's not deceive ourselves. You have seen the groupings at the World Cup. How many of them, I mean the African countries, can beat their chest to say they're going to do well? How many? How many?
So sad. Now, Seun, the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, has sent for the sports minister, the NFF, for different reasons. One of them is that why did we not qualify for the World Cup? One. Then two, the destruction of the MKO Abiola Stadium, the just renovated MKO Abiola Stadium. Why was it destroyed? What were the security agencies doing? The NFF, can they explain what went wrong? The sports minister, explain to us what happened. Too many things are going wrong. But now the Senate are getting involved. So I think this matter is beginning to get more serious.
So what happened is, at the Babayara Stadium in Kumasi, we saw how the Ghanaians came out in their large number to support their team. In actual fact, the government gave them a day off. They said, close early and go and drum support for your team. And you saw the Forest fans cheering their people all the way. The same thing we wanted to replicate at the Abuja Stadium, where we have always had issues of having that place filled to capacity. So what did the NFF and the sports ministry do? They went to town with buses to go and bring people, and they gave 20,000 tickets to people that they could not really account for. And when I mean account for, they don't know their attitude. They are not really football fans who bought these tickets with their money. So they just came to the stadium to watch. And at the end of the day, Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup, and they lacked emotional intelligence, and they destroyed everything. Because if they paid to get into the stadium to watch that game, they wouldn't have destroyed what was just built. Dangote, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, just spent some millions of naira to get that place into shape. And I don't think you'll be very happy to see that place destroyed again.
Thank you very much, Seun, for joining us today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Wale.
Well, this is a serious issue, and we must work around it now. Should we get a foreign coach? Seun says no. It's not about a foreign coach, or it has to be a good coach. Whether it's foreign, whether it's homegrown, it has to be a good coach. But you out there, what do you think? Should we employ a foreign coach? Or like Seun says, should we get a good coach? Foreign or homegrown? My caller is today who said he is the ex-president of veteran footballers in Lagos. Ugochukwu says, first of all, scrap the NFF executives. They are part of the problems. Seun agrees with that too. And get a new group of people, square pegs in square holes. People who genuinely have a passion for football. Only then can Can our football move? I don't know. I don't know what you think. But the call line is on the screen. Call and tell us what you think. Do you think the answer is, first of all, scrapping the NFF? And do you think we need a foreign coach or a homegrown coach? You can call. Now, but while we're doing that, defending champion Christian Garin puts away Jordan Thompson in the second round of the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championship in Houston yesterday. We still have the 4 lines on the screen, and of course we want to know what your opinion is. Some says the NFF are the problem and they must leave. But some say no. It has nothing to do with the NFF. It has to do with the coaches that we bring in. But the question is, do we need a foreign coach? Or like Seun says, a good coach? Or like Ugochukwu said from yesterday, he said, no, let the NFF leave. Ajidagba-led board. They should first of all go. And then after that is said and done, then we can look for a coach when we have people who have a passion for football. Somebody called yesterday and used people like Seun as an example, Adokia Mesiemaka, people who they think or they feel have genuine love for Nigerian football. Maybe those are the ones with there. Somebody said Ajidagba has never kicked a ball in his life. Maybe for fun though, but he's never really kicked a ball in his life, and how will he know how it feels? He's never worn the shoe before. How will he know how the shoe feels? That's not me talking. That's the callers talking, really. Well, you can call. You can call and tell us your opinion. Do you need a foreign coach? Or do we need a good coach? It doesn't have to be homegrown. It doesn't have to be foreign. Just a good coach. Still talking about sports and controversies, the UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has said he doesn't understand why transgender people should be involved in sports against other people. For example, I was a man, now I'm a woman, and I want to compete with women in sporting events. And you ask yourself a question, why? He's saying that the bones of the man is still the same. The bones don't change when you become a woman. And so it's cheating, as far as he's concerned, when a man competes against a woman. Let's hear Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson just doesn't understand why a man who has changed from being a man to a woman and he feels their bones have not changed should be competing against women who have, well, I don't know. The call line is still on the screen. I can take one call or two before I leave on the show today. And we're talking about, do we need a foreign coach? Or, like Seun said earlier on the show, do we need just a good coach? It doesn't have to be foreign. It doesn't have to be homegrown, as far as he is good. But some are saying the NFF need to go. That's all. No story. I don't know what. Well, maybe the phone network is not working right this time around. The phone lines are not just coming in. So we'll take your calls tomorrow. Plus Sports Special. That comes up 11 to 12 on Plus Sports on PlusTvAfrica. I'll leave you with Trae Young, who delivered his ice-cold best as an impressive third quarter. Helped the Atlanta Hawks beat the Washington Wizards 118-103. Thank you very much, Lawal. He's behind the cameras. You can't see him, but he makes you see us. Thank you very much, Ajasaye Jade. Thank you very much. You always have my back. Thank you very much, Debola De Blow, the Arsenal fan. Thank you very much, Oime. Thank you very much, Esther. You always have my back too. Peter Pirot is downstairs, the powerhouse. Thank you very much, Peter. Join us same time next Monday on Plus Sports and PlusTvAfrica. My name is Wally Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your hearts, do some sports.